how's it going, everybody? My name is Magnum Martell, and welcome back to another video. So, I got some big news today. It's not very good news, but it is some big news. I hope you're ready for it, because you might want to change your underwear, or if you're anything like me, because when you hear this, you're gonna absolutely shit your fucking pants out of frustration. Susan Wojcicki, how the fuck do you pronounce her fucking name? You know what? It's not important. Anyway, she has given herself an award. An award for freedom of expression. Yeah. Let's get right into it. YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki receives a Free Expression Award from the Freedom Forum Institute in a virtual ceremony sponsored by YouTube. Yeah. So, the video in question was sponsored by fucking YouTube itself. This is literally her patting herself on the back and giving herself an award for freedom of expression while she actively works against freedom of expression for political gain. On Thursday, YouTube creator Molly Burke presented Wojcicki with the accolade in a video shared to the platform. I'm so excited to be here tonight to present Susan with the Free Expression Award. As CEO of YouTube, Susan is facing some of the most critical issues around free expression today, Burke said. Wojcicki sat down for an interview during the online ceremony in which she emphasized the importance of free speech and the role that YouTube plays in protecting it. Yeah, that's why you totally protected Dave Cullen and Computing Forever when they were saying things that politically you didn't like and didn't suit your narrative. That's why you will actively go out of your fucking way to design the AI on the platform to target specific words, terms, keywords, and even specific creators because they've repeatedly said and done things that you personally don't like. How about the way you repress creators like It's a Gundam and prop up creators like Jake and Logan Paul? How about the way that you completely got rid of Computing Forever because he was doing research and found truth to things that don't suit the narrative that you were told to push by your political masters? How about the fact that I'm technically not allowed to say fuck and my videos get pushed down more because I use that word? How about the fact that you expect and actually force creators to be more kid-friendly even when they don't make content that is for children because the advertisers are a bunch of fucking children in suits? The article talks a little bit more about her speech. That's not really important. But when we scroll down here, they do talk about some of the responses to what happened. Here's one by Matt Orfilia. YouTube CEO won a free speech award sponsored by YouTube. My favorite one here. Another wrote, LOL, YouTube receiving an award for free expression / pro First Amendment is Orwellian shit. What's next? Facebook getting an award for respecting privacy? Yes. That is what's next. That's what's coming. And you know, he's got a good point there. It is Orwellian as shit. Isn't it funny how the fact checkers who actively repress free speech will sit there and say that they are supporting free speech? Ladies and gentlemen, Magnum Martell is a free speech absolutist. I believe that free speech is an absolute and that freedom of consequence is Orwellian bullshit designed by the authoritarian to get the people to repress things that they don't like. There's a reason that you only hear people on one side of the political spectrum saying it and agreeing with it. I believe that you should be allowed to say whatever the fuck you want. And you know what? When it comes down to it, people don't have to agree with that. If somebody decides to punch you in the face, okay, that's you and them. That's none of my business. I don't really care. But when it comes down to it, you should still be allowed to say it. How's that old saying go? Well, sir, I may not like what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. I don't care about harassment. I don't care about disrespect. I don't care. You should still be allowed to fucking say it. That's what being a free speech absolutist is all about. You got your local neo-Nazi standing in the public park talking about how Hitler did nothing wrong. You don't have to agree with him. You don't even have to listen to him. I'm certainly not going to. In fact, I'm going to tell him I don't want to fucking hear it because I know he's wrong, objectively, in every conceivable way. But I'm not going to sit there and tell him that he's not allowed to speak at all or have his opinion. I will disagree with his opinion. I will argue his opinion to no end. And if he keeps pissing me off but when I'm just trying to get my fucking coffee and go home, you can bet your ass I'm going to turn around and punch him in the fucking jaw. But you know, I'm not going to tell him that he can't say what he's trying to say to people who are willing to listen. Next, you're going to tell me that the platform of Twitter is going to be awarded by a Twitter-sponsored event for being a platform that is all about free speech and expression. Meanwhile, the entire Twitter base actively cancels and attacks anyone who says anything that they don't like. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 1984, because that's right where we're fucking going. I know a lot of people don't like that, and I personally don't like saying it, but I feel it. I feel like we are getting closer and closer to George Orwell's novel. It's only a matter of time before we have collars on our neck that detect our words and our thoughts and shock us as needed to get us to not say and do specific things. I'm willing to bet that YouTube, given that a lot of people are talking about this and everybody's taking notice, YouTube's probably going to try and sweep it under the rug. Or they're going to do what they do every other time something goes horribly wrong that they do for themselves, and they're going to ignore it, pretend it didn't happen, until everybody forgets about it. Because at least YouTube, despite its many faults, is completely aware of the Streisand effect. They know exactly what it does, and they know exactly what's going to happen if they try to do anything about it. You know, here's a fun fact that I recently learned. Did you know that Susan was only made the CEO of Google because she rented out her garage to the guys who made the website? Yeah, I'm not kidding you. She literally rented out her garage to the guys who did it, and they were just like, okay, we're going to make you the CEO. I'm not fucking kidding you. That's exactly what happened. And then years later, as Google took off, they convinced her to buy YouTube, that it would be a good investment. And so she did. Yep. So she had nothing to do with the creation of Google, which owns YouTube, or anything like that. No. She just happened to let them work in her garage because she didn't need the space. Could you imagine if Bill Gates or Steve Jobs were made CEOs of their own respective companies just because they rented their garage out to their technicians and didn't actually do anything, but occasionally bring them a snack and go, here you go, boys, this is for working so hard. Susan was just trying to make a quick buck, and she got made the CEO of one of the most powerful information tech companies in the Silicon Valley. You know, if it were up to me, we would have fucking replaced her already. We would have made her step down, or we would have fired her. If I was the top shareholder within Google, I would be going, get rid of her right now. I want nothing. No. This bitch don't belong here. She is the problem with this entire fucking platform. Time to put somebody else in charge. That's all I have to say about it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Tell me down in the comments below if you think that YouTube deserves a free expression award, and I will see you in the next one.